Hello and welcome to another episode of Two Girls and a Cat. This is episode 22. My name's Sam.
And I'm Carolyn.
And today we are talking random shit. We did that in unison.
We did.
It's very clever. Yes.
Anyway.
Anyways, we're just doing it because we didn't do anything since the live stream. The live stream wasn't exactly great because when we watched the quality back, it was kind of broken.
Yeah, there's a lot of teething problems there.
But we're back on a phone, doing the old-fashioned way.
Once we get the things sorted out, we'll do a proper
Once I've moved and my life can be put back together again, I'll sort everything out. I'll do everything that I said I was going to do last year.
Right.
I'm going to start using my time wisely because I haven't wrote for...
Ever.
God, I think it was the end of year and I literally banged that out just to get an end of year review out. And I haven't done anything since. I've got a new job. I haven't done anything for that. But I did tell them I was moving, so it's not like...
Stop procrastinating.
Yeah. I love that word.
There you go.
So yeah, we just decided we'll just do a little podcast. Carolyn's going to be back and forth because she's making tea.
I am making the food.
I'm sorry, no, she's making dinner.
Dinner.
Because we already had that pointed out that it's not tea, it's dinner.
Ray Paez art pointed that out to us just earlier on.
You can say Ray Paez without art on the end, you
so
know.
that people know who he is and you can go follow him on Instagram.
Go and follow him because he's amazing. His work is utterly amazing. His links are all down below because he did our cover art. Mm-hmm. He is good.
He is.
He is really good.
So we're going to be talking about random things, but, well, Monday the 13th of February is the return of Walking Dead. So we've had the season break and we're back into it.
We are back. And
Rick's got his balls back.
Daryl's got his balls back.
Daryl has definitely been given them
balls
back.
are back in that show.
Balls of steel in that show.
So we left them. It starts in October. It feels like
before
forever.
Christmas. It was just before Christmas.
It feels like forever they haven't been on our tellies. And this is the time. I mean, I'm going to watch the first episode because if I don't, I'll wait like I've done every other time. I hate mid-season breaks.
Yeah.
It's going to take us a while to get back into Flash, back into Supergirl, because of mid-season breaks. Don't like them, but I understand that episode. I don't understand Walking Dead's mid-season break because they pre-record them.
Yeah.
Where the likes of Supergirl and Flash, they had done like only a couple of weeks
beforehand.
So don't get this at all. AMC Walking Dead. We're back. Mm-hmm. Rick's back with his balls. And we've had the bad side, probably the worst we've ever.
You've seen Rick down before.
We've seen him.
But this has broken him, has it?
We've seen him lose his shit. We've seen him literally lose his shit when Laurie died because he went a bit crazy. Mm-hmm. We've seen him to the point where he didn't want to be a leader anymore. We've seen him broken, but this time we've seen him utterly shattered. It's the only word to describe. He was shattered beyond belief. He lost one of the first people who ever introduced him into this little group that he has, which still right there.
Poor
right
Glenn.
there. But out of all that, I think what's going to make the fact that Glenn is gone a lot easier is how amazingly strong Maggie is getting.
I was just thinking that, yeah. Out of everybody, she's had it the hardest.
She has, and she still comes out in fighting spirit. She's still a survivor. She's not letting this get to her. And I think that's what's going to make this easier for us, is watching Maggie. I think Maggie's going to take over Hillside.
Rick. Yeah, well,
no, not from Rick. She's that community in general. She's going to take over that.
Rick has never, despite what's happened, Rick has never said he doesn't want to be a leader anymore. But Maggie is stepping up.
Oh, big time!
Really big time.
Big time.
Because she's like, right, well, obviously because Rick has been absolutely kicked in the nuts over this. And because he's just not himself, she's gone, right, well, I'll be the leader then. Yeah. And I'm going to show you what needs to be done.
But the best part about it is, Maggie's not even seen that side of Rick. She's been in Hillside the whole time. So Maggie, without even knowing what's going on, is still said, I am not going to be a victim I am not going to be bullied. That's basically it. She is and it's just perfect. Like, Maggie has lost everything. I know Rick has, but he's still got Carl.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Michonne now.
Mm-hmm.
He's always had something to drive him. He's got Judith.
Mm-hmm.
So Rick really hasn't really lost that much.
Rick grew up.
But Maggie has
Yeah.
lost her whole family.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And still, at the end of the day, will knock a bitch down.
Yeah.
She will knock a bitch down. And I think that's going to help Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
I think because Sasha's feeling it at the moment.
Yeah.
She's feeling the raw pain. But I think Maggie's strength is going to help her. And it's going to be amazing to see these strong female characters start to come out on top. It's not just going to be the Daryl and Rick show, and it's going to be Maggie and Sasha. Rosita needs to die, though.
Yeah, Rosita's kind of doing my head in.
Rosita, you have now caused the deaths of 2 people. 2.
2 people.
2 people. You were the reason Glenn's dead for, and you were the reason, well, Austin deserved to die. However, you still... oh, no, not just Austin. The woman with the headshot.
Yes.
That was because of you. She needs to die. I love how I'm pointing to the phone.
Yeah. She's sad.
You, Rosita. I was like that with Laurie, though.
Yeah.
The minute Laurie said to Rick that, you know, how she was putting it in his head that he needed to kill Shane because he was dangerous, and then when he did, she lost it. How dare you do this? I was like, nope, you need to go. You need to be eaten.
Yes.
Somebody eat her. Take her around the back like old Yeller and just be done with it.
Put her down.
Put her down. So Rosita, I hope she's not a good character. They're trying to do something with her that's we don't need to see. I'm not interested.
I'm kind of like, you're done.
They're trying to bring her forward, and it's like, no, just go back.
No,
Give me Eugene. You
done.
get back.
Eugene's got room to go.
Eugene is one of my favourite characters in that. The way he talks, the way he's still throughout everything is still so sure of himself. Mm-hmm. He still knows his values, even though he's done some pretty like.
He lied.
But he gave Abraham hope, though.
Yeah.
And that's what Abraham needed at that time. And I know that they knew that at the end, so they got that closure. But I just love how he's so himself. I love that about him. He's still that nerdy little, and his accent is everything.
Of course.
It is everything. So what else? Daryl.
I'll tell you what it is, because obviously Negan has taken
Daryl's balls and put them in a jar.
Yeah. I don't think, or I would be very surprised to see their conclusion to the whole Negan power trip by the end of this season.
No, and
it's not going to happen. But I think you're going to see the coming together of King Ezekiel and Rick.
Yes, we're
going to see. And they're all going to join together by the end, and it's going to get to a cliffhanger of here we go.
I have an image in my head of them all standing on a hill, the whole community's together facing Negan. Off. And that's how it ends. Yeah. That's how I would like to see it. I think Maggie's going to end up killing, or somebody's going to end up killing the leader, Gregory.
It's got to be somebody.
I think Gregory's going to get it in the neck this season. I hope Rosita's going to die. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be this. We've already seen Rick come to his not senses, but because he was put in a really hard position. He saw what he could do, what he was going to do to him. He can't have that responsibility on his head anymore. So it's nice to see Rick now finally going, I'm not going to take this anymore. He got his guy back with Daryl. That moment was everything that made this whole first part of this series so special. Because everyone said, oh, well, from the episode 1, it just got really dull up until the last 10 minutes of the episode, and it didn't. What it did was it set scenes. Walking Dead are really good at setting stages and setting things in place. The whole, the 4th series, for example, everyone, my sister stopped watching it at this point. I stopped watching it at this point. I thought it was boring. They're on a prison. Who gives 2 shits? Watch the psychology of it. Watch how Rick goes from being this broken down person to building back up and bringing a community from the governors and bringing them in and saying, no, we can grow and we can be we are bigger than this. And if you watch the psychology of it, It's very interesting. I got very deep there.
Very deep, Sam.
Very deep.
Review. Very deep.
I've had a sleep today.
Well, you've thought about lots. So that's happening on Monday.
Monday
So
we're
let's.
back.
So that's everyone's glued to their screens on Monday
We'll
night.
do it. We'll do an episode of. I don't know when it'll be.
Probably the week after.
Yeah, because there's a lot going on. I'm moving. If I haven't already said that a million times.
A couple of weeks we'll do a Walking Dead
We'll
update
do-
because we'll have a couple of episodes to talk about.
That's
so
true.
let's do that.
That's true. We did it in twos last time, so it gives us more to talk about.
But what have we done recently? We saw last week Batman Lego, which was just really funny
It
and
was
really
hilarious.
easy
and
watching.
It was better than Batman versus Superman. It really was. Yeah, no, I didn't know this, but it has only just come out over here this weekend. Mm-hmm. We saw a special screening of it.
Oh.
I didn't know that. Because Carolyn says, do you want to go to the pictures last week? And I was like, no, because there's nothing. I thought you wanted to go and see either La La Land.
I need to see it.
Or that one, that M. Night Shyamalan.
Or the scary one.
Yeah, but I wasn't interested in going to see it. And I said no, and then I had a look on the pictures and I went, hold that thought. We're going to see a Batman Lego movie because it's on this afternoon. And it was hilarious.
It was so good.
It was. You've never got that oven on?
Yes.
You've put nothing in it though? No. Okay. I'm just making sure you remember, that's all. So it was, Carolyn's never seen the Lego movie. Cannot. I cannot.
haven't. I've played video games.
It is.
I've played loads of the Lego games. I once sat for a full weekend and completed Star Wars.
Wow.
Lego in a
You
weekend.
nerd.
Rock and roll.
You
Rock
nerd.
and roll. My life could not get much better than that at that point.
It really probably couldn't, because I love the feeling of when you've completed a game.
It's so good.
Mm.
I've played absolutely loads of them.
I love that feeling.
They're so good, but it was really well, they've always got nice messages. It's obviously child friendly, has to be, but they've got that element to it where you can watch the Lego movies if you're an adult and be like, yeah, I got that side joke.
This yes, I heard that tongue in cheek kind of joke. But if you watch the Lego movie, there's some really good messages in there. There's obviously the best song in the world. Everything is awesome. Because Carolyn's never seen that fucking film. It is the Lego movie is incredible. However, the Batman movie was even better because it had Batman in it and Robin as well. You got Robin, and for me there was a lot of reference to the Killing Joke in there, because there's the question in the Killing Joke that Batman is worried about what's going to happen with him and the Joker. And the Joker will always see them two as was it Killing Joke that was in? Where they see each other as
Yes.
Was it Killing Joke?
Yeah.
And they have that kind of we are in a relationship kind of thing.
I am you, you are me.
You and me, I think it was Killing Joke.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was Death in the Family.
Is it?
It is. It's Death in the Family.
What's...
Killing Joke is Batman's questioning of, am I going to kill you? Because,
no, that's right, yeah.
Because Grant Morrison pointed this out. I am not going to take any credit for this. But Grant Morrison thinks that Batman did kill him. When at the end where they're laughing together and then the laugh stops, the joke's over. He is over. He eventually, because he's questioning throughout that whole comic: is it gonna come down to me killing you? I don't want this, but is that what's gonna have to happen for you to stop? So Grant Morrison thought yes, and reading it back, it does make sense. It's Death in the Family where Joker's like, we are your family. Your villains are your family because we are the ones that keep you in business.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the same message that was in the Lego movie, because he gets very upset, the Joker, when he says, we're not.
You mean nothing to me. You were not the number one villain in my life. You're nobody to me.
But at the end, he says, I would be nothing without you.
Because don't they spoof that part from Jerry Maguire where it's like the "you complete me" line, because it's all angled towards what makes somebody who they are, and it's like they are nothing without each other.
They're not, and that's the point in Death. I think it was Death in the Family that he does say that we are you. If you don't have us, you have nothing. What do you have? you won't be Batman anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You have no reason to be Batman for. We keep you in the line of work that you do. And it is true. Batman would be nothing without his villains.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good message. It's a good film. It's really funny. It's absolutely hilarious. Like, there was a moment in there where I was laughing and children weren't laughing. It was when the whale was running up the stairs and went, I'm a whale. It cracked us up.
Yeah, there's loads of like silly adult humour that I don't think kids will get. It's like off the wall, aimed at adult.
But
themes.
it's still they're very good at translating it for both sides. The best part was when they were listing all the DC villains. And it just went on and on and on. And it had some of the most obscure names. And the thing is, apart from Condiment Man, they were all accurate.
Yeah. Condiment Man was making us laugh.
That was so funny. Because they're just squirting mustard and ketchup at people. But it was a really good watch. It's a nice starting point of the comic book year. Because we've got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot wait. Have you seen that baby Groot dancing on my Facebook? That's James Gunn dancing, by the way. Anything that Groot does, you know, the dance at the end with the ABC, that's James Gunn dancing.
What does Vin Diesel actually get paid for?
I am Groot. I don't think he's in this one.
But in general, what does he get paid for?
I am Groot.
Oh my god.
We are Groot.
I don't like him.
I am Groot.
I love Groot, I just don't like Vin Diesel.
I am Groot.
He's a bit like Emma Watson in that respect.
What? Just you could put a mop in his place and it would do a better job. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yep.
I am not making this another Emma Watson rant podcast.
No, we're not.
Because I'm going to end up watching Beauty and the Beast.
It's out next month and it is going to be very watchable. So let's just leave it at that.
So
and move on.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy followed by
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! Yay! There was something else I wanted to talk about. This morning at, what time did I wake up? 6 o'clock this morning. I was on La Twitter, as you do when you first wake up, because I don't know about anyone else, but that's the first thing I do, is go on Twitter to make sure nobody's died. And I was on, and Marvel had just released a 3-minute video, and it's not, they were saying it's footage of Infinity Wars. It's not. It's
like behind the scenes filming.
It's day one. As of the 20th of January 2017, they have started filming Infinity Wars Part 1. And just to see, in costume as well, not Spider-Man, but Star-Lord, Spider-Man, and Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark. Why? Because they're the same person. They look the same.
They are one and the same, yeah.
They were standing talking to the camera, and it's just we're gonna see so much. The Avengers are gonna meet the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Spider-Man's gonna be there, and then I don't know if Black Panther is gonna join them. I don't know if he's an Avenger or will he be classed as an Avenger. However, in part 2, Carol Danvers is gonna be there. It's gonna be one big comic book
orgasmic thing.
That's what I was looking for. I was going to say something even cruder, but I'm trying to curb it this year. I'm trying to curb it this year. So yeah, it's gonna be fucking great.
I was just thinking there. I don't think we've sworn once.
I just did.
And then you just.
And I'm not sorry, because the footage that they showed, or footage, was they showed concept art.
Oh yeah.
Thanos looks la badass. He looks amazing.
It is going to be cool.
And Kevin Feige said it perfectly. They've been setting up Thanos since the first Avengers.
That's true.
They've set up Thanos in the first Avengers. Now, the best part about Infinity Wars is how do you go from Civil War to this? You know they've got to unite. They have to unite against this big bad. They're broken. Are they broken beyond repair? Or can they put differences aside? I know Tony and in comic world, Tony and Cap have done. However, is this going to be the same? Because the MCU has to be treated differently than the comics.
Yeah.
It has to. Are they gonna be able to mend this? Or I don't know. How is it gonna go? How is Homecoming and Guardians 2 and what's the last film they do this year? Black Panther. How is that going to play into?
Well, what are you going to see at the end of Guardians 2?
Just what are we going to see?
There's loads of opportunities to see. They're going to add. They're going to build it.
They're going to build, and by I think is it next year? Part 1 comes out. Is it next year or is it the year after? I'm not sure. But up until that point, anything that comes out Marvel wise is gonna, could it build on top of it, or is it gonna take us in another direction, or is it gonna lead us into Spider-Man, lead us into Black Panther? Don't know, but Marvel just have it so right, and I am totally, I probably am totally biased because Marvel is my thing, but they just got it from day one. From 2008 when Iron Man came out, they got it.
Yeah, I mean, part 1's scheduled to come out the 4th of May next year.
That's not that.
It's
We'll blink and it'll be here.
Part 2 is scheduled for the 3rd of May the following year.
Oh, it's gonna be incredible.
So
if it's, I mean, look at the people who are doing it. It's the Russo brothers. Look what they've done in the past. They took. Now I know Marvel. I said Marvel had it right from Iron Man. They did dip. Iron Man 3 and Thor 2, holy shit. They were terrible. That could have completely ruined them. And then the Russo brothers came in with Winter Soldier. And that is where everything is based around, like, your quality is based on Winter Soldier because of how good it was. And it's followed suit. All the way up. You have not... Tell me you've ever been disappointed by a Marvel film.
No, not like DC.
No. Because DC,
that's for sure.
I've got high hopes that Wonder Woman is going to do something.
I know, but you know what though? I had high hopes for Batman versus Superman, and then.
But look who saved that. Look who saved that.
I know, but she was quite a small part, really.
She was, but she's going to have her own feature film.
Can they string that out for an entire film?
Yeah, I think they can. I do have some hope for them. I just think DC should really look at their television.
Yeah, because they do it so right.
They do it. How amazing is Supergirl? I never in a million years thought I would be loving Supergirl, and
Supergirl's brilliant.
It's excellent. It has the same quality as Arrow and Flash, and Arrow has been going a lot longer than the rest of them, but still holds the same quality. Like, they did a crossover episode of Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl, and there was no difference in quality. You just thought you were watching the same. It was the CW are on fire when it comes down to the DC work. So how the hell
do they get it so wrong?
Do they get it so wrong when it comes to the films? It's because money in studios
influence the script and everything, and it goes to pot.
And then they give the work to Zack Snyder.
Oh, God.
And that man is amazing at cinematography. He can make a film look beautiful. However, he cannot put it together and string it along to where it makes any goddamn sense. Because Batman vs Superman had so many holes in it that it just made no goddamn sense.
Well, yeah. There was a bit of news just the other week that Ben Affleck has stepped down as the director of the new Batman film as well. So
that's probably a studio coming in, and he's probably got all like. The reason I wasn't bothered that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman is because I know how big of a Batman fan he is. He only did Daredevil because it was Frank Miller's Daredevil, and Frank Miller did Batman, and he thought in a million years he is never going to play Batman. I might as well do Daredevil. Did he know the studio was going to shit all over it? No. He just knew he was playing Frank Miller's Daredevil. And when he became Batman, it was like, yes, he is older Bruce Wayne. If they're going to be going down that route, it makes sense. Yeah. The studios, he's probably got a million ideas, and the studio went, no. Zack Snyder, what do you think?
Yeah, and go with that.
That's probably how it...
His excuse is that to play Batman takes such focus and passion that you can't possibly do two things at once.
I don't believe
so. I'll find a director who's suitable to take over. It's going to end up being... God.
It's gonna be Zack Snyder.
Justice League is out 17th of November this year.
I'm excited for it. I really am. I'm excited to see what they can do. I always have hope that DC can pull it out their arse and just learn from their mistakes. Well, we can only see. What was I going to say? Kevin Smith got asked on Twitter to do. He says, first person who should be called to do the new Batman movie, Kevin Smith. He is Batman enthusiast. You know, he knows the story, he knows the law, blah blah blah. And Kevin Smith just put the best reply back. He went, as much as I would be honoured, 3 points. 1. What was the first one? It was like, I haven't spoke to Ben Affleck in 2 years. 2, because Ben Affleck was one of his actors. 2, I made yoga hoses. 3, common sense. Kevin has so many. Kevin is very. If you've ever watched, I think it's called The Death of Superman Lives. It's a really good documentary. If you ever get the opportunity to see it, it is incredible. And it's the story of the Superman film that never got made with Nicolas Cage. And Kevin Smith wrote the original script for it, and it was incredible. But Kevin has a way of, like American Horror Story, it starts out brilliant. It then goes into a mismatchy of other stuff that doesn't make any sense. Kevin has a tendency for doing that. However, this script sounded quite stellar, and then Tim Burton came in and completely shit all over that idea, and I think the studio wanted a giant spider in there, which eventually got used in what do you call it? Oh, what's that film called with Will Smith? Wild Wild West. So if you do ever get the chance to watch it, it is amazing. I'm still talking like you're actually sitting here, you know, like hand gestures that way. So that's a really good documentary. Speaking of documentaries, Slender Man documentary came out.
Oh.
It's called Beware the Slender Man.
I've heard. I haven't watched it. No.
It's a tough one to watch if you don't know the story. It's very recent. It's about 2 young girls who stabbed their friend and left her to die, all because they believed that Slender Man, who was a fictional character, was going to come and save them and take them off to this mansion, and they were going to go and run away to his mansion that was like 3 miles away from where they lived, and it's a happy ending. The girl survived, obviously, probably traumatized, but these two 13-year-olds, were the documentary follows them and their families, and these girls come from very ordinary lives. So it's really tough. Like, there was the parents were like, there was nothing more we could do to watch them other than sit in the corner of the room and monitor their every move. There was nothing more as parents that could physically do to protect these girls from the internet, or protect, to help them. Very ordinary children. One of them got diagnosed with schizophrenia. Her father has it. And
you've got to wonder why you do things like that in the first place, really. So
the way that, if you listen to the interviews, one of them is the one who got the other one onto it, and she is very, yes, Slender Man is real. Yes, I've read it on this, and we have to do this, and and she's very flippant with it. She just comes out and she's telling them. The other girl, it sounds like she's throwing the other one under the bus, but when you hear her talk, she's very matter of fact that, I did this and she did that, and you can tell there's something the matter with her.
Yeah.
You can tell she's very, torn between her answers. And she got diagnosed with schizophrenia. She is now being mentally cleared, and the both of them will be tried as adults. They're looking at spending the rest of their lives in prison. I felt really sorry for them. I don't usually when it comes to stuff like that. And I'm all for the justice system doing what it needs. I don't believe in the death penalty, but I'm all for the justice system doing the right thing. In that case, I don't know. It's just got into a bad situation with each other. It's been like a toxic relationship, really, and they've just sort of imploded in the worst way possible. Imagine somebody when we were younger telling us that this person with no face. Have you ever seen a picture of Slender Man? He wears a suit, no face, and if somebody had told me that when I was 15, I would have went, "What?"
I don't believe you.
I think you're Billy bullshitting us. I don't know. I think kids now are just, the internet's so. It's real. It's so different than
It's a different time.
It really is. But that was a really good documentary. Was there anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think we were just sort of, obviously trying to work out what was going on this year. I mean, one thing that we have been talking about recently was what's happening with Star Wars Celebration 2018.
That's right.
Because the rumours are that it's going to be one of a couple, well...
There's people bidding, there's places bidding for it, so these are the rumour mills of where it could land.
Bear in mind, this is going to be the final Star Wars Celebration before the final
in the trilogy
Star Wars of the official Star Wars like mainstream films.
Yes.
So Anaheim is being touted as one location.
I think that's really unfair if the Americans get it 2 years in a row. That just...
Well, it's East Coast.
It's still...
And then it's on about being West Coast, so it would be in the home of Disney.
It's still... It's a bit shitty, but...
Or would it be in Madrid, in Spain?
Yep.
Because it hasn't been...
Hasn't been over that side.
Or would it be in Dublin? I think that's less likely. I just don't know. I just think that's really random.
I don't.
But we were saying Paris was been bandied about, and that seems... The only problem with Paris is that there's been a lot of terrorism going on in Paris, and I think there is too much unrest to have it in Paris.
I think, to be honest, the way that the world is right now, doesn't really matter where it would be. There's loads of shit going on. Paris has been targeted a hell of a lot more. I think, but the thing is, the convention side of Paris is getting bigger and bigger. That Paris Comic Con is coming just as big as New York, and it'll never be as big as San Diego Comic Con, but it's just as big as New York Comic Con. It's starting to make a name for itself. It would make sense to have it there. It would be nice if it was in the Disney compound, because Star Wars, Disney. However, if it is on our side of the water, we will be going.
Yes.
Not just me and Carolyn this time.
No.
We have a friend coming, and my other half.
There we go.
So that's the plan. We have to obviously wait and see what the crack is, but we have said we will go our side.
Yes.
I don't know about you. I don't know if you would go to America or not.
If it was in Anaheim, I'd go.
That would be.
I could see friends and do that.
Would it be a stretch? If I had plenty of time to prepare for it, would it be? Even if it was just for a week?
You could do this.
I could. But my other half is coming with us. It'll be his first ever big convention.
Ooh.
So, it's only because I've done now, but bang on. Like I said to Carolyn earlier, I can make everything go full circle back to London.
Any conversation always leads back to.
It was just such an experience that I still struggle to put into words how good it was.
Oh, yeah. And
how much you'll always sit and reflect on things. Oh, I wish I did this and I wish I did that. But I really wish we did something more. However, we may have the opportunity to make up for that.
I think so.
I think it'll be
get a second crack of the whip, and I think we know this time that we would go and do the full thing.
Yeah.
And that we'd space our day out a little bit easier, so we weren't so exhausted at the end of every day. You could take your time and do it over 4 or 5
because
days.
There was a lot to see. We rushed so much
because we only had the one day.
Yeah, so we thought we had to get round everything, and we did pretty much get round everything. Yeah. I don't think there was anything we missed, but we did rush it. We didn't get a time to just take it all in because there was so much going on. There was a setup for Battlefront, and there was a lot happening.
And I think by the time Star Wars Celebration 2018 runs around, you're probably going to then get the chance to, people like Daisy Ridley and John Boyega are going to be there as meet and greet.
Because we're not going to have Carrie anymore.
No Carrie, no Kenny.
No.
And I have to say it, Peter Mayhew is very poorly.
Very, very poorly. I don't know if you've seen The Force Awakens, but the special features. It shows you the filming of Force Awakens, and they talk about Peter Mayhew and how they really wanted, didn't want to be disrespectful to him because he is very poorly and he struggles to walk. Anytime you've seen Chewie lying down or sitting down within Force Awakens, that is Peter Mayhew. If you see him walking about or standing up, that is not him. It's another actor who is a giant. But they wanted him to be involved, and they said, we are more than happy for you to put the suit on, but you have to be comfortable, and you have to, it has to be on your terms. And he said, I'll do it, I'll just keep you sitting. And it was lovely to see how respectful they were to him, because he is that character.
Yeah.
He made that character. For all he is just a fuzzy big Wookiee, he still brought a lot of personality in his performance. But yeah, no Kenny, no Carrie. It's going to be hard. It'll be hard. But by that time, The Last Jedi will have been out, which is probably going to be the most anticipated film for me this year.
The whole year.
For the whole year.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, Marvel, yes. Everything to do with Marvel, yes. But this film is going to be...
them all.
Oh, all of it. I am more than willing to do a midnight show.
I tell you right now, holidays are being saved up for annual leave just so I can go and see it, because I didn't have them for last year. So.
Well, we didn't really need... It was... I know Rogue One was kind of like a big thing, but
not like this.
Not like this. And you did midnight show last year, and I didn't go.
It was so good.
So
everyone's in costumes, everyone's really buzzing and happy, and it's like, you know, people were like cheering like when the film came on, and it was packed. It was absolutely packed. There was couples there, there was like older people there was kids there. It was so good. It was so
I think
nice.
I would love to experience that atmosphere.
It's a family thing, and obviously, you know, to coincide with the end of the mainstream Star Wars trilogies is Disney are going to open up their theme park with the Star Wars Land,
which has a cantina
in 2019.
bar. You can go and drink in the cantina bar with the song going on and on. How amazing would that be?
It's going to be amazing.
Me and my mum have talked about this because we really want to go back to Florida. We want to do a family holiday to Florida. We did them from me being awkwardly teenager 15 to 23-year-old.
Yeah.
And we've talked about going back, and I would love to do it because my mum's a Star Wars fan. I want to really, you have to come for this, by the way, because you really should have been there when we watched Force Awakens. I want to record my mum watching Star Wars because it is the funniest thing in the world. The Friday before Christmas, we'd been shopping, had a full, I'd met you, and met my mum afterwards, and we did what we needed to do to get all our last bits and pieces before Christmas Eve, and then we went back home and we watched, because my dad was doing his long shift, we watched Force Awakens, pizza, and it was amazing just to sit and watch my mum freak out over Force Awakens. And the fact at the end, when Luke came on the telly, she just went, "So you're sitting on the top of a hill. Some Jedi you are. Got all that force and doing jack shit with it." And the fact that Michaela had already ruined it the year before that Han Solo died, she didn't even remember. She was like, "No, what? No, how? What?"
How did she forget that?
Because it's my mum.
Oh my god.
It's my mum.
Oh my god.
But I would love to watch Rogue One because she will freak out.
That's coming out on DVD in the near future.
I will be buying it on Blu-ray. I will have it pre-ordered.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of things that I want over the next few months for your gaming people. Horizon Zero Dawn comes out at the end of February. South Park, which is one of the best. The Stick of Truth is one of the best games I ever played. I loved it. The new one comes out, and it's like Civil War style. That's gonna be class. And then we got, what else is coming out? There's something else. I've got a list. Oh yeah, and I want the new Resident Evil game, even though it's already out. Because apparently at the moment I'm kind of obsessed with Resident Evil. I'm watching the films.
You have mentioned it several times this week.
Just go on my Instagram page. It's like buttloads of pictures. Because I'm I've never seen any of them, so I thought I'd just give them a watch because the new game had came out and I'd watched footage of it and it looked something that I would play.
Why not?
So, so yeah, there's lots and lots of stuff going on. So we're gonna call it a day.
Yeah, we're gonna go eat.
We're gonna go
and chill out. So
yeah, so all links down below for us, for Ray. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Please get us to 100. We would vastly appreciate that. So, bye bye.
bye bye, people.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.